Oh, me hearties, there be treasures hidden in secret corners in a place called Cornwall. I cannot keep that up. We got paintings, we got pretty coloured boats, early morning light and reflections, and I bet you after I've taken you to this tucked away place down on the southwest of Cornwall, you'll want to come back or even maybe go there yourself. And if you can't, well, let's go there now. Come with us, welcome. Put your feet up, get a nice drink, not necessarily in that order. It's time to relax with James. We got ships, we got more ships. Artists have been coming to Cornwall for many, many years, hundreds of years in fact. And you're about to discover the British Impressionists. Yep, British Impressionists. Told you in part one we were going to start off coming into the fishing harbour of Newlyn, so here we go. Tell me this man's not got a good life. So if you like pretty fishing boats and if you love art, discovering amazing off-the-beaten-path places, hearing and learning something about real heroes, some juicy history tidbits, seagulls, dogs, nature, and more art, and relaxing with some good thoughts, then you're in the right place. Welcome to Art Trails and Tales. The algorithm's going to be all sorts of confused, but this is not for them. It's for us. Oh, catch of the day. Fella here packed a whole bunch of purchases we made in ice, and we took that home for the rest of the week, feasted on it. So good. I first came to Cornwall, as I mentioned in part one of Cornwall videos, with my family when I was a kid. Came here half a dozen times. But once that love bug had bitten, as soon as I could, and during my last college years, I found an excuse to come back here. I wrote my college thesis on West Penwith, that's this whole region, the economy, the fishing industry, and I discovered the Newlyn School of Artists. And you're about to see some of those treasures in a few minutes. This is my favourite pub in Penzance. There's a secret smuggler's tunnel that goes from this pub down the hill into the dock. Cannot imagine what they used that for. And from those nefarious carriages to a more gentrified environment, this is the very beautiful Penlee House Gallery and Museum. We're here to see the Newlyn painters, Newlyn School of Artists, the Impressionists I mentioned earlier. Who knew? Look at these beautiful walls, the colours. Oh. I like quiet company when I go to an art gallery, so I'll just shush and let you get on with it. I'll be showing the caption cards long enough for you to pause the video and take a read, and that way we can flow through the paintings a little more easily. So Walter Langley, 1852 to 1922, one of my all-time favourites. See, the years of the Impressionist years, that's when Monet and Degas, Pissarro were all doing their stuff in Brittany. This is what the British Impressionists were doing just across the water in Cornwall. Cornwall being a peninsula, you see, it gets light from north and south, all directions, bouncing off the sea. The light here is exceptional and really distinct. And that's what attracted the painters, plus the fairest weather probably you'll get anywhere in Britain. And Stanhope Forbes here is as masterful as any of the French Impressionists ever achieved. Look at this magnificent splash of turquoise under the bridge. I know I said I'd be quiet, can't help myself. I had the delightful pleasure of meeting this fellow's daughter. Her name was Lamorna Birch when I was working in Cornwall on my college thesis. She was lovely. She showed me her father's art. We had cups of teas and it was a wonderful afternoon. What a charming narrative we have here. This calls schools out. This little tyke's in trouble right here. We don't know why. He's picking up some mess. Maybe he made the mess. And the two redhead girls here, they're his sisters, gleefully laughing at him for being in trouble. The girl putting away a hat. Everybody's leaving, sending the kids out the door for summer. Oh, and this is just delightful. Look at those whites. So melancholy. What's she thinking about? Maybe that's her dad up there. This painting is a masterpiece. How engaging is it? Can you not just see yourself there? The lights in the church in the background, band playing. Everyone out on the street. It's Christmas Eve. People with the skills to make their own entertainment. Look at this chap here, miles away, dreaming, wishing. Sailor in the background, love chatting up a girl. You hear a wonderful painting titled Ruby. Can you imagine why? One of my favourite paintings of all time. The rain, it raineth every day. Roman casting. Look at the copper in the background there. You know, it's really good fun curating paintings like that for these videos. I hope you enjoy them as much as I enjoy putting them together. And the Cornish charms just keep coming. This impossibly cute little town, pronounced Mousel. Just be sure to go there off season, okay? Tell them more about that later on. Can't imagine why we don't all just live like this. How small and compact and cozy, community, aesthetic these beautiful little homes are. I want to live like that. How long is the station, the RNLI, how long have they been operating here?
1913.
1913?
My grandfather helped build the slip.
Did he now?
And was on the first rowing boat. My father was...
Lifeboats were rowing boats?
Yeah. My father was winchman for 38 years. And I got a certificate for 53 years.
You know you did? You served 53 years? Yeah. Oh.
On the shore, not on the winch. I lunched her the night she was lost.
Oh no! What year was that, mate? We were talking 81.
Yeah.
That was out of Mousel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. That was, if I remember, on that one. Was that 12 hands?
Yeah.
Check out those great big granite blocks there. All locally sourced, of course. You won't be needing insulation on walls like that. And how congruent the colours, the brick, the whitewash. This is the ship in Mousel. So you gotta be wondering why there are no people around. How come I've got this entire pub and these lovely towns to take photographs of? Sans interruption. Well, it's simply because we go out of season. In Britain, the kids are out of school for 6 weeks, from the middle of July to the end of August. And at the beginning of September, consequently, airfares all around the world drop dramatically. I got return flights from San Diego to London Heathrow and back for about $500. The roads are empty, and a lot of seniors travelled at this time. The caravan costs were about 50% of what they usually are in peak season. My darling niece and nephew loaned us the lovely little Mini Cooper car, but rental cars are also very cheap. Here's the Cornish flag. So all that stuff that we just did and did the other day too at St. Michaels Mount, Newlyn Harbour, Penzance, it's all within it's like a 30-minute drive from this gorgeous spot. And self-catering for all that wonderful fish we got fresh from Newlyn Harbour today. A still quiet walk on a flat, beautiful beach to watch the sun go down on a day never to be forgotten. Oh, there's so much to do and tell about Cornwall. We're just getting warmed up. And next we're going to st.ives. As I was going to st.ives, I met a man with 7 wives. And more art galleries you can shake a paintbrush at. Snappy seniors, more beautiful towns. Yeah, another pub.
It's also about tales. Not this kind of tale right here. It's very much about that. If you're a dog lover, all sorts of treats in there. That's Aussie, by the way. And I'm James Goodchap, and welcome to my channel, Art Trails and Tales. And my goal is to, well, frankly, to connect with you and to engage in conversation. I move around. You may have questions about what I do. I certainly have. I'd love to know more about your art, if you do any art, or if you travel, or if you want to travel. Even then, especially then, I want to hear from you.
You be careful what you listen to, what that fella has to say right there. He's like the artist your mother warned you about. But the proof, as they say, is in the pudding. I believe that at any stage in your life, you start out thinking about what it is that you really want to be doing more than anything else. Where you want to be doing it, and with whom. Set your goals, set your plans, write out your plans, put down a schedule, and get after it. A good friend and fellow entrepreneur once said, start where you are, use what you have, and do what you can. Love that formula. Love this dog. Love that you've joined me today. Thanks ever so much. These videos are only 10-12 minutes long, so feel free to click on another if you've got your feet up and you're in the mood just to kick it.